the seventh day of the week, following Friday.
Well, now, it is the seventh day of the week. Following, it's the seventh day. You understand what I'm saying? That is what day God said the Sabbath day is. Now, turn over here and read this one. Sunday. Because I find out people don't even know that. I have people to tell me that Sunday is the seventh day of the week. They really believe that. Read the definition of Sunday. Go ahead and read.
Let me find it real quick. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I know how to spell. Thank you, though. Here we go.
Okay, you got it.
Sunday.
Sunday.
The first day of the week.
The first day of the week. Go ahead now. So you got it. Everybody understand. So now what day did the Lord say is the Sabbath day? He said the seventh day, didn't it?
Yes,
and
sir.
what day is the seventh day? It is Saturday. So now we understand what day the Lord said you ought to have a holy convocation. So now if you want to do it according to the word of God, then you are supposed to do it on the seventh day. That is a commandment that came directly from God. Mm-hmm. Got a problem with it? Your problem not with us. Your problem with God. Because he said, have a holy convocation on the seventh day. Let's go now to Deuteronomy chapter 13, and we'll pick it up at verse 1. Deuteronomy chapter 13, we're going to begin reading at verse 1. Whoever calling themselves a man of God, standing before the people, that is what he's supposed to be teaching them. He's supposed to be teaching them out of the word, right?
Yep.
Well, find me one time in the Bible where it said that the first day of the week is Sabbath. I didn't say 2, 3, or 4. 1. I know where you're going. You're going to read me where Paul broke some bread on the first day and preached to some people. That's what you're going to read me. But you're not going to read me one time where God said that the first day of the week is the Sabbath of the Lord. It didn't say because Moses broke some bread on the seventh day that it is the Sabbath day. It didn't say that, did it?
No.
It said that the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord, and you ought to have a holy convocation on it. Everybody got that?
Yep.
Let's go now to Deuteronomy chapter 13, and we'll pick it up at verse 1. That is what they're supposed to be teaching you, and we're going to find out it didn't change when you got to the New Testament either. Deuteronomy chapter 13, and began reading at verse 1. 13 and 1. Go ahead and read, brother.
And he said, if there be arise among you a prophet or a dreamer of dreams,
Go ahead.
and giveth thee a sign or a wonder.
Now he said, if there arise among you a prophet or a dreamer of dreams and giveth you a sign or a wonder. You know, everybody's looking for signs and wonders now. They out there. You know, everybody, you know, you gotta go somewhere. Some guy gotta fake you out as if he doing some great slime. You know what I'm saying? Smack somebody in the forehead and about 30 people fall out claiming that they have been healed. You know, some great sign. That's what everybody's looking for. So now he said, if there arise among you a prophet, a dreamer of dreams, and show you a sign or a wonder, even if the thing come to pass. Go ahead and read on.
And the sign or the wonder come to pass. Wherefore he spake unto thee, saying, let us go after other gods, which thou hast not known, and let us serve them.
Now he said, and even if the thing come to pass, then he turned around and said, let us go and serve other gods, which thou have not known. You say, well, we serving the God. Everybody nowadays is serving the God of the Bible, are they?
No.
Because the God of the Bible said the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord, didn't it? And he said have a holy convocation on that day. Well, then why not everybody having a holy convocation on that day? So if you're not doing that, then what God are you serving? Think about it. If you're going to serve the God of the Bible, then you got to do what the God of the Bible said to do. That is the only way you serve God. You do not serve God your way. You serve God his way. He gives you the instruction. He makes the rules. And if you're going to be a servant, you got to follow the rules. And if you're not following the rules, you are not a servant. I don't care how holy you claim you are. Servants are obedient unto the master. You know, Jesus even said, why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things that I say? If I am your Lord and master, then you are supposed to obey me. Go ahead and read a little bit more.
Verse 3.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt not hearken unto the words of that prophet.
Now he said, if they coming with something other than the word of God, then he said, don't even listen unto the words of that prophet. Because now he done led you away and he got you serving some other God. You no longer serving the true and living God. Now you are serving some other God. Go ahead and read on.
Or that dreamer of dreams.
Go ahead.
For the Lord your God proveth you, to know whether ye love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul.
See what it said? Because the Lord your God is proving you. Now he done let the man, he done came up with some great sign and it really came to pass. But it was merely the Lord your God proving you, see whether or not you would hearken unto the voice of the Lord your God. Because the Lord your God said obey his commandments, didn't he? Yep. So now this dreamer of dream and this false prophet, he done came up, showed some great sign and some wonder, and only reason the Lord allowed it to happen was to prove you, to see whether you would obey the commandments of the Lord. Go ahead and read on.
Ye shall walk after the Lord your God and fear him.
See what it says? Ye shall walk after the Lord your God and fear him. Go ahead and read on.
And keep his commandments.
And do what else?
And keep his commandments.
And keep his commandments. Go ahead and read.
And obey his voice.
And obey his voice. Go ahead.
And you shall serve him and cleave unto him.
And you shall serve him and cleave him. Obey the voice of the Lord your God and obey his commandments. And we just, I just dealt with one of them today. Because that is the one that is the most controversial. That's why I dealt with it. Because, most people don't have a problem with thou shalt not kill and thou shalt not commit adultery. But they have a problem with the Sabbath day. What they don't understand, you can get in just as much trouble for breaking the Sabbath day as you can for killing and committing adultery. Mm-hmm. I can show you in the Bible where the Lord had a man stoned. I didn't say Moses. The Lord had a man stoned for breaking the Sabbath. Moses never was standing there trying to figure out what we're going to do with this man. Then the Lord said, stone him. God said stone him. Go ahead and read a little bit more.
And that prophet or that dreamer of dreams shall be put to death.
And that's what you to do. This is what the Lord think about a false prophet. You might not see no great harm in it. But God do not like it at all, because what they have done is they have led you away from serving the true and living God. Mm-hmm. They are leading you down the road of destruction. That is what they are doing. Then the Lord said, they have turned you away from serving me. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and read on.
Because he has spoken to you, turned you away from the Lord your God.
See what it said? Because he has spoken unto you. He done did this great sign, this great wonder that was supposed to mean something. But the Lord said, he have turned you away from serving me. That is what he have done. That is the danger of listening to a false prophet, because he's going to turn you away from serving the true and living God. Go ahead and read a little bit more.
Which brought you out of the land of Egypt and redeemed you out of the house of bondage.
Go ahead and read.
To thrust thee out of the way which the Lord thy God commanded thee to walk in. So shalt thou put the evil away from among the midst of thee.
See what the Lord said? He said, the Lord said, stone him so that you might put the evil away from the midst of you. That's what God thinks about a false prophet. Go ahead and read a little more.
If thy brother, the son of thy mother.
Now he said, even if I don't care if it's your brother. I ain't got no respect for a false prophet. I don't care who he is. He said, even if thy brother, the son of thy mother. Go ahead and read on.
Or thy son.
Or even your own son. Or even your daughter. Go ahead and read on.
Or thy daughter.
Go ahead.
Or the wife of thy bosom.
Now he said your son, your daughter, even your, because women get entangled in it too. Especially nowadays, women just grabbed the ball and just ran with it now. Mm-hmm. You flick on the TV, you see more women false prophets now than you see men. But the Lord said, if thy brother, the son of thy mother, or even thy son, or thy daughter, or thy wife even. Go ahead and read on.
Or thy friend.
Or even your friend. Go ahead and read.
Which is as thine own soul.
That's your close friend now. When it even as your own soul. I don't care who it is, the Lord is telling you. Go ahead and read on.
entice thee secretly, saying, let us go and serve other gods, which thou hast not known, thou nor thy fathers.
Go ahead and read.
Namely, of the gods of the people which are round about you, nigh unto thee, or far off from thee.
Go ahead.
From the one end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth. Thou shalt not consent unto him,
Go ahead.
nor hearken unto him, neither shall thine eye pity him, neither shalt thou spare, neither shalt thou conceal him.
See what it said? It said your eye ain't even supposed to pity him. You know, this is your son, or your brother, or your best friend even your daughter. He said, don't let your eye pity him, and don't conceal him. Go ahead and read on.
He said, but thou shalt surely kill him. Thine hand shall be first upon him to put him to death, and afterwards the hand of all the people.
Now, that's what the Lord think about him. Now, whatever you think about him don't matter. That's what God think about him. You understand what I'm saying? Why? Because he is turning you away from serving your God. Let's go now to Deuteronomy chapter 18, and we're going to pick it up at verse 15. You know, this is how it was done in the Old Testament. And I'm going to show you things, only thing that changed was the stoning. But God done appointed a time he going to deal with them. You might have been better off being stoned. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 18, and we're going to pick it up at verse 15. First, we're going to show you, as far as the commandments that the Lord gave, they did not change when you got to the New Testament. Let's start reading at Deuteronomy 18 and pick it up at verse 15. Go ahead and read.
The Lord thy God will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren, like unto me. Unto him ye shall hearken.
So now this is Moses. He's saying to the people, he said, the Lord your God going to raise up a prophet unto thee from the midst of thy brethren, like unto me. Him you shall listen. Go ahead and read.
According to all that thou desires of the Lord thy God in Horeb, in the day of the assembly, saying, let me not hear the voice of the Lord my God, neither let me see this great fire any more, that I die not.
Now, you know what they're talking about here is when the Lord came down and stood on Mount Sinai and spoke the 10 Commandments. And then it was thundering and lightning and everything. Everybody got scared. And they said, Moses, you speak to us, but we don't want this God to speak to us anymore, lest we die. So now this is what they're talking about here. And they said, lest we die. No, we don't want to hear him no more. Go ahead and read on.
And the Lord said unto me, they have well spoken that which they have spoken.
And Moses said, the Lord said unto him, they have well spoken that which they have spoken. Go ahead and read.
I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren.
Go ahead.
Like unto thee.
And the Lord said, I'm going to raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto you, Moses. Go ahead and read.
And will put my words in his mouth.
And I am going to put my words in his mouth. In other words, when he comes, he's going to come with my words. He ain't coming with his own agenda. He is coming with my words. That's whose words he'll be speaking. Go ahead and read.
And he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him.
Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require of him.
And it will come to pass that whosoever do not listen to my words, then I will require it of them. Now this is Jesus. That's who this prophet is. You understand what I'm saying? And they want to make it seem as if Jesus came and changed everything. You got one thing in the Old Testament, then you got something entirely different when Jesus came. But no, this is Jesus. He is that prophet. Let's go to John chapter 12, and we'll begin reading at verse 44. John 12, and we'll pick it up at verse 44. Because he said, I'm going to put my words in his mouth, and he's only going to speak what I command him. And he said, whosoever do not hearken unto the words that he shall speak, I will require it of him. John chapter 12, and we're going to pick it up at verse 44. This is good for them people that have a problem with Jesus, too. They don't really understand who they got a problem with. They do not understand that he is that prophet that Moses wrote about in Deuteronomy chapter 18, that God said, I'm going to put my words in his mouth, and he's only going to speak what I command him. And whosoever do not listen